If you're ready to gain clarity, align with God's calling, and activate the habits that accelerate real growth in your life, you're in the right spot. This is the Worthy Woman Podcast. My name is Amy Ramsey. I'm a Jesus follower, a certified high performance coach, and a life and leadership strategist. This is where you'll come to for real life coaching, strategies, and tools, all delivered through a Bible-based and science-backed approach to help you walk worthy of that calling that's inside of you and make the impact that God designed you to carry. Let's go straight to the episode.
The average person is spending 7 hours a day on a screen. That distraction math is over 3 months of an entire year is spent in front of a screen. Average. This is just average. The average time we pick up our phones is 150 times a day. Average. Now, think about this. The things that you want to do in your life, where are you going to do it and how are you going to have time to do it? When we think about the problem of our phones, of our distractions, and how that is causing us to stay stuck in unhealthy patterns or just not moving forward because we quote unquote don't have time. And here's what I want to share with you. You have time. You're not using it well. In the space of high performance, we deal with our distractions in a way to move it forward. So as we're in a digital detox process of wanting to reduce the time that we're on our phone, reduce the amount of times that we pick up our phone, let's take seriously these several things to move us forward. I want you to say out loud right now, I want to move forward. I want to move forward in my life. I also want you to say out loud, maybe even write down, I do have time. There is enough time. Let's absolutely take out any guilt and shame over not moving as fast as we want or the wasted time that we've had. But from this day forward, there are things that if we practice them in our lives will just be better. And it's not just about productivity, my friend. No, it's about accessing more peace. It's about healthier rhythms and routines. It's about doing those things that God has called us to do. And being available to him. The problem with the cell phone, there's so many problems. I'm not going to address them all this morning, but part of the distraction that you feel is prohibiting your ability to stay in communion with your Creator. We start to think about maybe the deeper dynamics of the struggle that we're facing here. When we start to understand that the dopamine is reinforcing us, the dopamine hits every time we get a notification, it drives us to want to be even more attached to our phone. And then you start to layer in the fact that, in our common day and age, we just live off of our phones. This is part of how we live our life. So we kind of need it. The answer to this is not avoiding it altogether, throwing it away. I mean, I guess that would be one radical approach, but I don't know who that would work for anymore, honestly. It's managing ourselves better, okay? And I've already said this once, and it bears repeating. You defaulting to guilt and shame, I'm not good enough, I suck, blah, 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 will not help you change. Guilt, shame does not actually help us to overcome it and do better. Our Bible verse this morning, we're going to do this one a lot, and I just love this verse, Psalm 119:37. Turn my eyes away from worthless things. Preserve my life according to your word. So let's really take this digital detox very seriously. No screens within an hour of waking. No screen an hour before you go to bed. Limit your social media. Put time limits on your phone. Take that step. For me personally, that actually was a bit of a process. I'm not super great at figuring out some of these techie things on my app. I'm not patient. It gets on my nerves. Like, I don't like it. So take some time. So I know you might be like me, and maybe it's a process. And then I had to learn in that, what did that look like for me? I had to go ahead and take there's ways that you can remove apps from the time limits. So honestly, I wanted to have my Bible app available to me whenever I wanted it. I've got a couple of apps that I use, and I would like to have access to them quicker than my time limits on my phone are from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 to 9. I get up super early. I'm a good 4:45er. And my phone, I don't even start getting into my apps until after 7 because I'm really on a mission. And when I put these limits on my phone, it helped me so much. And then take a 1 hour break every day from your phone. I try to go for a walk without my phone. Sometimes I take it with me. I want to listen to music, or I want to listen to something, but I actually try to just have a regular detox from it. We need to hear this message a lot, and this will help us rebound and recalibrate. And it's also going to help start to restore your central nervous system. It's also going to help you to have more peace in your life. There's so many reasons why you'll want to take this very, very seriously and really take a notice and awareness of how often you're on your phone, like when your phone sends you the notifications, how many hours a day and a week you're on, and then how many times are you picking up your phone. So let's continue on this making progress. When I took radical responsibility for this and personal ownership in a way that I hadn't before, and I implemented these suggestions that I'm giving you here 2 years ago, I have made dramatic improvements, and I'm grateful. I feel more in control. And 1 day a week, no social media for me whatsoever. I'm barely on my phone at all. 1 day a week, it's that 1 day a week for me, it's Sunday, is incredible. At first I feel weird, and I can tell my central nervous system doesn't know what to do, and my fingers are like, but, like, let's go push these buttons on the phone. But man, it doesn't take very long. It's like, oh, this is amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Have an amazing day. And the reason why I continue to remind you about this is because it's a very real struggle we all face. You're not alone, but it's kind of cool doing this together, don't you think? Okay, I am cheering you on. Go make this today amazing day. And listen, let me remind you, you are not made for average. You are exceptional. You are extraordinary. You are incredible. You are remarkable. All right, go shine bright, my dear.
I hope that encouraged you and just gave you that inspiration, but also some tools to move forward so you have more focus. Can you imagine receiving a message like that every single day to your phone? Can you imagine how much further you would grow and blossom in your life and in your leadership? I have a 90-day coaching container. It's called Accelerate Her. And the power of what's happening inside of that coaching container is crazy pants. One of the things that I find so interesting about the coaching groups that I have is how much the accountability piece is helpful for moving forward. I want to give you two pieces of data right here that I find really interesting. Number one, if you want to achieve your goals, write it down. Did you know that the simple The simple thing of just writing it down, the simple step of writing it down, you are actually 42% more likely to achieve your goal. Okay? Write that goal down. Number 2, listen to this. If you want to achieve your goal, you have a 65% chance of completing your goal if you commit to someone. You have a 65% chance by just being accountable. You have a 95% chance of completing a goal if you have a specific accountability appointment with someone. This is fascinating. This is not a small bump. This is a massive behavioral shift from about 2/3 to almost a guaranteed follow through. This is what we focus on in the 90-day Accelerate Her program. I want you walking worthy of your calling. I want you to pursue the dreams and desires on your heart. I want you healthier. I want you stronger. I want you stronger financially. I want you doing those things that are inside of your heart and your soul. I want you to start the ministry. I want you to write the book. I want you to launch the podcast, the business, whatever it is. I want you to go from inspiration to execution. I want you to have your personal transformation because you're becoming every bit of who God says that you are, and you're walking through it. Listen, I know the real fear, the real inadequacies, the real stress, the real struggles that are involved in this process. This is why I'm so passionate about coaching. This is why I'm so passionate about helping women move forward. I've been there. I've done that. I'm in the process still. A lot of people say, how have you done all the things you've done? I just kept going, but I learned how to achieve goals. I learned how to build systems and strategy in my life. And now that's exactly what we're doing in this 90-day Accelerate Her. So you can check the show notes. We are accepting a few new women only, ladies only up in that house. So you can walk worthy of your calling. You can go to amyramsey.com/90days and join us. You'll get an early copy of my Worthy Woman Planner. So it comes with that. And then you get weekly accountability coaching, and you get those daily fats that you just listened to, like fire. Come on. So if you're looking to move forward on your goals and you're just not following through on your own, you have a 65% chance of following through with accountability, real accountability. Real accountability will jump it up to 95%. That's not motivation. That's science, y'all. I'm not making that up. So the question isn't whether you're capable. The question is whether you are willing to stop doing it alone. Join us up in the 90-day Accelerate Her. All right. I will see you back here every Tuesday. We drop a new podcast. See you then. Bye, friend. As we wrap up today, I want to remind you of the heartbeat behind this space. Ephesians 4:1 calls us to walk worthy of the calling we have received. And this podcast exists to help you rise into the identity God placed inside of you and to live out the assignment that He has entrusted you to do. My friend, you are needed, you are necessary, and your life carries purpose. If this episode encouraged you, would you please do me a favor and subscribe to the show? Leave a rating and a review, and please share it with a friend who also needs this reminder. And I want to say thank you so much for spending this time with me. I am cheering for you. I'm championing you on, and I will see you next week on the Worthy Woman Podcast.